What's up guys, I'm going to be making a quick explanation of the quote-unquote new Potential bosses route, which implements a strat by the anonymous Southern Research glitch hunter guy that we have not implemented yet, and recently I decided to look into it, and it seems to be a pretty decent route that should be a little bit quicker, although it does present some new interesting challenges. Anyway, for the first issue, when to cast the Alucard Shield spell. This is going to be a little bit different here because we're going to be using a different skip in the chapel. So instead of casting it there, I think this is a reasonable place to do it. So we're going towards Lesser Demon. So let's say that didn't happen. You can do this or not, but you can do something like this. Here we will also equip our Mana Prism, get some invincibility, and proceed towards Lesser Demon. Now we can do this with a full move to Lesser Demon. I think it's pretty reasonable to do it that way. Yeah, something more like this. Or we can just do it the standard way, but this seems like a pretty good version of doing it this way. You can also just do it more standard way, in Alucard form. Now, a few challenges for doing that is you need a decent amount of mana. So if you're low on mana, you may want to do the other version. Although that version uses the full mist, and you need to account for not having a Mana Prism equipped and jump over that, but that shouldn't be an issue. Then I guess you can just do stuff like this. Something like this. That seems very reasonable as well. So whichever seems more appropriate, I guess. And from then on, obviously, all the bosses became very easy. Okay, so from here on, the route remains pretty similar to what we've done until now. A difference on Hippogriff. If done properly, Hippogriff stops being an RNG factor because we can do a dive bat in him, like for the other bosses, except we can't untransform as soon as possible for him because his hitbox seems to be a little bit weird. So let me demonstrate. Okay, that time it worked, but it did there turn around. But his hitbox is a little bit weird, and you could get hit like that. So instead, try to do it lower like this and turn around. For PSX, to time the dive out of the room, I just like to do a front slide, let it finish, and then do the dive out. Okay, after this, we do this room normally. In here, after we dive here to this bell, we're going to do a slight jump forward, mispat, and line against this ledge right here. This is very important because this makes the actual skip that we're about to do very consistent. Without this, it's pretty random. So we do this, wing smash here, except we do it better than don't drop wing smashes. And we're gonna transform on the fourth skeleton. Here we can stopwatch. Typically we wouldn't have this many hearts, but we would still have enough. Equip the heart refresh. Here we want to line ourselves up into this position. Let me pause again. Where Alucard's code, 2 of these pixels are visible from it. Now you can make for yourself a different visual cube, but this is the one that it works for me. Looking at those 2 pixels, which is convenient for another reason, because we're going to be doing something very similar for the result. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. And from here, we do something very similar to the relic skip. We do a step forward, and we heart refresh. We get this zip. Now, this is one of those chapel specific tricks. It's a frame perfect trick. So unlike the good setup for the relic skip, here you have 1 frame instead of 2, but it still works very similarly and it's not difficult to get. If you want to be super safe, you can also pause buffer it like this. 1 step forward, hold forward and cartridge, then hold backdash, bam. Here we re-equip our mana prism, and here's what we're gonna do. We're going to hop, just tap, jump, don't hold it. Hop and mana prism. So hop straight up, mana prism, and then hold forward. Get the good effect. Don't hop diagonally forward. So hop, then you're gonna get zipped out of bounds just under a hallway. Hop again, and then keep holding down and right. So something like this. Keep holding down and right. Now we're gonna reach some trees in a little bit, a tree line, and our goal is going to be around that tree line to dive back. Like that. And here we do a wing smash for the end of this room, and we're set. And from here on, the run is exactly the same. We did not expend too much of our shield spell, so much that it would end prematurely. We tested it with pretty significant amounts of shield dash units, seem to be just fine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you miss it, then you lose a lot of time. But this is something that should be consistent, should be made to be consistent for most people, because it's very similar to relic skip. So yeah, that's pretty much it. See you later.